also kilometers away, and sun is 50 crore kilometers away. Moon reads, right? But what of our teachers haven't told us in our childhood is sun also attracts the water on the earth. Do you know how much? Roughly 47% than the moon does. Now let me ask you a question. I'm going a little slow because the whole thing has to sink in and then I'll go fast. Suppose Earth, I'm standing on the Earth, moon is above my head, so moon will attract the water, or it's a high tide. This geographical region, after 24 hours, will come back to the here, you know, this feeling. Moon, after 24 hours, they make so roughly, after 24 hours, I should see another high tide coming. But how many high tides are there? 2. They cover George. Why? Answer. I know there are one or two answers. Good. Me, moon, water getting attracted to us. In the water here, there are two forces. One is the force of gravity, one is the centrifugal force of the house. Here, the gravity is more, but if I go 180 degrees that way, the centrifugal force becomes more than the gravitational force, and water comes with it. So next time you go to Millennium Park or Puri, Digha and see a high tide, you tell yourself, I'm seeing this high tide now, at this very point of time, in the rivers of Mexico, high tides are often Mexico is ran opposite to us. See, till now I have not spoken any complicated thing. Simple things we experience in life, but we hardly understand the cause behind it. And we think we are studying this, it goes educated. Education comes from not only pages of the book, education comes from the environment as well. Education comes from the people's interaction with each other. At your young age, if you get to know that, it will benefit your brain. Moon. Don't say nobody landed on moon. This picture was taken from the surface of the moon, Earth arising out of the horizon. What is moon? According to the scientists, 452 crore years back, a huge cloud of gas and a huge ball of rock came and slammed onto the Earth. With such a force, huge amount of surface material got bulged up and was thrown up into space. It couldn't go forever, but going to a very vast distance for millions of years, it condensed, coagulated, polished, and has given birth to a moon was born from the Earth. This theory goes by the name collision ejection theory. You go to Wikipedia, it's called giant impact theory. And what happened to Earth? Because of this two things. Or either it got created by nuclear bodies, isn't massive.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Before the moon was born, the earth was not tilted.
The Earth was not?
Tilted.
No.
Properly life chilled.
No.
So life came into existence
Much later.
much later than the moon.
Much later. 452 crore years back to moon. Life was not there.
Now, cannot be foreseen.
Okay, I'll come to your question. Let us start our journey into space and time. Why is it space and time? Yes, journey means one place to another, change of space. Time means I need some time to grow. No, not that. 1905, that very famous fellow, Sir Albert Einstein, he gave a lot of theories. I'm not talking theories. But one of the result was this light that you are seeing, any light, that is a velocity 3 lakh kilometers per second. The distance from sun to earth is 50 below 3 lakh kilometers per second. Do a simple division or West Bengal Madhyamik Pressure. Class 6, 7 geography textbook. I don't know why geography. Because geography has nothing to do with astronomy as well. Wrong conception. They say the distance from sun to earth is 8.3 light minutes. Or light takes 8.3 minutes to come from sun to earth. What is the meaning? Teachers already tell us. That tells you, after this lecture, before going for the tiffin for the lunch break, go out into the open, tilt your head. For a fraction of a second, see the sun. Not much. Tell yourself, the sun I am seeing, it is the image of the sun as it was 8.3 minutes back when I am seeing it. The closest star, Proxima Centauri, 4.2 light years away. So even if the sky is clear, look at the star and tell yourself, the star I am seeing now This is the image of the star as it was 4.2 years back, and I'm seeing it now. So next time your big brother or sister tells you, please Dada Didi, take me to the science city, spend $50 on a time machine ride. In any clear night, go out into the open. Pick your day. The people you are seeing now, you are seeing your own past. You don't understand. You do an instantaneous time travel the moment you become this. That is why so much of romanticism with night sky observation. They're looking to the past. Most of the stars that you see, 100 light years, 500 light years away, God's. That means 500 light years away star, you are seeing today through your telescope or naked eye. The light for that image started 500 years back from the star and reached your eyes. This is time travel. The first of our journey is solar system, obviously. These are the main stars, two colors, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. 4 people as in Peter. Sun. Sun is a ball of gas. Should you have a gas roller, right? You tell me, if I take a football, pumping a lot of colored gas, cut open the football, with the gas inside, it will like a ball, it will diffuse out. Then how come Sun being a ball of gas is not diffusing out into the sky? How is it there hanging for millions of years? What does the scientist say? According to the scientist, 460 crore years back, a huge cloud of gas and dust was floating in space. This cloud was made up of 91% hydrogen, 8% helium, 1% rest other elements. The average temperature of this gas cloud was minus 240 degrees centigrade. At this very cold temperature, out of the 4 fundamental forces of nature, what does it mean? Do you know how many forces are, how many types of forces are there in nature? 4. I slap myself. Sound comes up, it becomes hot. I say, "Oof, what is this force? Tell me." Come on, you're science students. माध्यमिक निर्णय दशमिक निर्णय पे शिक्षक. BSc के 98.5 पास. आपको खुशी हो गई. Strong and nuclear force which acts within the nucleus. Gravitational force and only one remains, electromagnetic force. This is electromagnetic. My voice, vibration, like sound coming out, electromagnetic. If I take food, it goes down, electromagnetic. You see what? So, in this cold temperature, out of the 4 fundamental forces, only one type of force comes into play. That is the force of self-gravity. The force of self-gravity will attract the periphery of this gas cloud towards the center. As the gas goes toward the central density rises. As the density builds up, pressure rises. As the pressure builds up, temperature rises. And starting from minus 240 degrees centigrade, the temperature rose to a fascinating level of 1.5 crore degrees centigrade, 15 million degrees centigrade, and 1.5 crore degrees centigrade. 4 hydrogen nuclei, center of atoms are nucleus, 4 hydrogen nuclei, as if they come together, fuse together, and produce a helium nucleus. This thermonuclear fusion reaction, our scientists have been able to perform it in the labs, but they cannot control it. That's the reason they use it to explode the hydrogen bombs. But inside the sun, in a very regulated manner, when 4 hydrogen gets into a helium, huge amount of energy is produced. This energy tries to come out. As it tries to come out, it produces a back pressure called radiation pressure. This radiation pressure, when it exactly balances, matches, and cancels the inward pressure of gravity, sun with a ball of gas remains hanging there for radiation. So from now on, we should understand howsoever powerful people can write in the big hoardings, "Oh, it is me that you are alive for." Okay. We are all alive because 15 crore kilometers away, in a ball of gas, 2 opposite forces are continuously cancelling each other every second of our existence. That's why we are here standing now, talking and you are sitting. Not anybody making things good for you to be alive. You are your own master. You are your own business. Nature provides us for life, not anybody else. not some politicians, not some powerful leaders, not your boss, not even whatever, your parents. They have provided life for you, created you. Doesn't mean they are there to be for you every second of your life. Be yourself. If I bring down the sun from the sky, cutting like a watermelon, inside there are three regions. The very center where the sun, where the thermonuclear fusion reaction is going on is called the core. Then the energy that is produced for a huge volume it freely flows called the radiative zone. And then sun is very funny looking. From the surface, up to a depth of 650 to 700 kilometers, pillars of gas stacked one after another. Heat comes from inside, heats the bottom layer of the gas pillar, gas pillar is heated, comes up, deposits the heat as sunlight, becoming cold like a fountain, continuously goes down and raises the heat from inside. This is called the planetary zone. Outward the sun is again divided into three regions. The sun that you get to see in the early morning or late evening, is called the photosphere. Over the photosphere, in a very thin layer, exquisitely pink colored gas can be seen, and that is called chromosphere. Chroma means color, and for hundreds of kilometers, Milky White radiation called corona. And nothing to do with coronavirus. Corona means crown, right? It looks like the crown of the sun. That's why it's called. We want to see the actual picture of sun. This is actual surface. Cell-like structure. Each is a column of gas. As the heat is coming through the middle, lighted, the moment it comes on the surface, deposits the heat and goes down, is typically dark. Do you know what is the average size of the cells of the sun surface? 952,000 kilometers. Sun is huge. And this is the chromosphere. During a total solar eclipse, spikes of gas coming out of the surface. And one of the best picture of nature or actual picture. So instead of doing a lot of puja to sun, you should appreciate this beauty. Your puja will not help, believe me. In the last 3 years, 46 million people have did a lot of pujas, but were killed by the pandemic. Sun becomes very active at times. Those are very dangerous times for us. You get to see real photographs I'm showing you. Black splotches, kale dhabbas on the surface of the sun. Sometimes 1, sometimes 10, 20 can group. They are called sunspots. Shouro color. What are they? The surface temperature of sun is 5,600 degrees centigrade. At that temperature, gas cannot remain as gas. It becomes what is known as plasma. Plasma is a property. Wherever there is a magnetic field, the plasma will radically reflect from it. On the surface of the sun, very randomly, small pockets of magnetism will form. A column of plasma trying to bring the heat from inside. If it realizes that there is a magnetic field, it will not come out straight. It will take the heat away from different directions. No heat comes out from this picture. Sunspots are signatures of magnetic activity on the surface of the sun. Acha, my friend, you see sun every day almost. It is not cloud. And sometimes in the early morning or evening, you take photographs. How much money you can pay to take a proper photograph of sun? Suppose I say I'm a good photographer, but I need this money. How much money can you give me to me? If you don't believe me, go to the internet. 2012, this single picture of sun, $1.2 billion expense. Why? Why? The problem is, only in the last 20-25 years, scientists have realized sun is playing an extremely intimate role with each one of us individually every second of our existence. Even in the night time, night में sun looks for a क्या हो रहा है? In the night, as in the day, particles coming out from sun has been proven beyond doubt. Nobel Prize has been given long time back on that. Particles coming from the surface. Suppose sun is on that side, we are on the night side. hits the earth on that side. Passes clean through the earth. Passes through my body without in outer space. You know how many particles? 4 followed by 14 zeros. So many particles per second. At present, it's going to little bit this way, that way. Raise your hand and wait for this. No Baba Kaka, Dada Mama, Didi can be able to do it. Nobody has the power in the earth to help you with that. Sun is a very funny object. Tremendous amount of explosions are happening on the surface of the sun. Thousands of tons of gas are getting thrown out, reaching a height of 25 to 30,000 kilometers, making beautiful arch and loops, falling back onto the surface. Sometimes they get thrown out with such a force, they flow past the whole earth, like a solar storm or solar wind. Don't believe me? 2016 photograph. Do you know how big is this? You see this cavity? 3 Earth will go side by side inside this. This is sun. Every second. So my friend, for tomorrow you should have some respect towards sun. Puja will not help. Respect. Right? Because this charged particle, as they get detached, if they hit you, me, this building, anything, fraction of a second, poof, vaporized. Instant vaporization. Why we are alive? Today in the afternoon we come to know second accident. We are alive because our beams like a ball gap. Around the earth, like a peels of an orange, there is an invisible magnetic shield. This charged particle will come and slam onto the magnetic shield, cannot take that flow past the earth and weakening the retinal between the pulses. So important. But in the north and south magnetic polar region, there is a gap, as if a gap. This charged particle, they enter through the gap to the atmosphere. Before hitting that off, killing you and me, they interact with the air molecules and make them glow. And what we get to see? Auroras. Aurora borealis in the north, Aurora australis in the south. One of the best pictures. And I am very fortunate to experience Aurora borealis twice I think, yeah. I was first time it was 2005. I was in the northernmost part of Norway, right? 34,000, 34 degrees, minus 34 degrees centigrade. I remember with one of my friends, amazing. But no sound comes out your mouth. Do that. Amazing. Solar system. How did it happen? According to the scientists, 464 years back, when from the disk of gas and dust, sun was getting bored at the center in the outer periphery, but the temperature was less. Gas and dust condensed, coagulated, coalesced, and gave birth to very hot spherical objects. For millions of years, they dissipated away the heat, when at least the first four, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, became rocky, solid, whereas Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and mostly became of gas. You know, right? Jupiter and Saturn, gas. Have you seen the roadside, the small temples standing in our Rashtrapati, Guru Rashtrapati? And they have three cultures, Pushkar, that's what they are. Bit of a gas. I'm not asking you to be non-religious, I'm asking you to be logical. If I am made up of gas, how can I have this structure? So somebody has imagined out of this. He has not seen that. How do you believe him that whether Lord Sari has a Vishwas or not, experiential or not? Why I am telling this, that the perception becomes so important. Reality is not important to us. What we perceive as reality becomes reality to us. Question every moment of the day. This boy here is very nice to me. Suppose I think. That is my perception. She may think not so nice. So who is right? Neither. So, because beauty has no scale. Beyond this looks is beautiful, beyond that is not. We do it every time in this mistake. Every time. Even in political parties. This party is good, party B is bad. Who tells you? It's your perception. Maybe you have got 500 rupees, that's why you say party is very good. That one has not got 500 rupees, party is bad. Who is correct? Same. This is a collage of all true color pictures of the planets. Mercury, Venus. We do not get to see the surface of Venus, covered by a thick layer of clouds made up of concentrated sulfuric acid vapor. So when it rains in Venus, drops of sulfuric acid falls into the sky. Next is our mother Earth. Let us not talk about her tonight. Next is the red planet Mars. By red, rusting on the surface. Ferrous and ferric oxide covers the whole surface. But this 2002 photograph taken by Hubble Space Telescope, scientists are interested because they have seen white sediment in the polar region. According to them, this white sediment is a mixture of water ice, dry ice. Dry ice means how that said ice. Ice is that methane ice and ammonia ice. According to them, even if a part of it is water ice, maybe liquid water is to flow on the surface of Mars millions of years ago. And liquid water is synonymous with life. So was there life on Mars? Is there still life on Mars? Big question. Next is Jupiter. 319 times heavier than Earth. Takes 11.86 years to go around the Sun once, but takes only 10 hours to go around itself. With a tremendous speed, it drags the clouds of the atmosphere and created this belt-like stars. Till today, 82 moons have been discovered on Jupiter. Saturn, the beauty of the solar system. Beauty. Absolutely. I do not know whether I should say he or she, but it's a beauty. Fantastic ring system. Takes 29.4 years. Don't tell it, tell the sleeps your parents in their leaves mind. They say, what? You should not go to the exhibition science. I'm telling you all wrong. 29.4 years to go around the sun once has more than 80 satellites. Uranus, yes, with the ring. Neptune, blue in color, covered by methane bearing clouds. And on another moon Pluto, with three of its major moons, Charon, with some hydro. From the point of your birth, you are all 16, 17 model. You have seen regularly every 2-3 months, Mars this, Mars that. Newspaper, YouTube, internet. Why? Not that people have asked me, okay, why you are spending billions and billions, crores of rupees and dollars for Mars? Let me be there. Do you know why? Because they have found these sort of geographical features, right? As if liquid water in the past has cut through the mountainous region. And scientists believe maybe below the surface there may be permafrost, ice. If Martian soil and subsoil has some bacteria, virus, parasite, my friend, every year, on an average, few hundred kilograms of rock comes scattered from Mars and land onto Earth. Most of the time we don't know because 74% is water on surface. If the Martian soil or subsoil has some bacteria, virus, parasite, sitting on a rock, if it lands onto Earth, my friend, 6 months to 3 years, the whole life form. Example, last 12 months. So, to preserve your life, to preserve our future generation, to preserve ourselves, we should know whether there is water and life. Not just for the fun. Satellite things. Perceptions. 2008, Phoenix of spacecraft landed onto Mars. And a lot of instrumented robotic arm which are supposed to scratch a little bit of the Martian surface and see whether below the surface there is any water ice. I'm showing you very rare photographs, and I'm an associate of NASA. What they call NASA educator. In India, there are two educators. I am one of them. Whatever. I can show you this photograph. Internet is not available. On the 20th day of operation, as it scratched a little bit, it found these white sediments. You see these pupils over here? Insect. After 4 days, not missing. This is for the first time human civilization has found proof of water ice outside the boundary of Earth. 2012, Curiosity landed on Mars. You have seen Mars totally dried up river beds. Summertime is Shotnagpur area, Rajasthan, other places dried up river beds. Rainy season it is flooded out. Same. Peoples can only occur whenever there is a flow of water. Stones smashing against each other becoming small, and the flow of water becomes full. Peoples. Definitely there was liquid water at one day on the surface of Mars. Right? I think you are having a very tough time. If it is not happening, forget it. Right? You have given every effort. আপনি সব চেষ্টা করেছেন আমার কষ্ট হচ্ছে কোনো বোঝানোর না বলি না ও হয় না আগে থেকে এটাকে করে নিতে হয় ইয়েস whatever বসুন বসুন নাহলে অল্প দাঁড়িয়ে আছে আমি দাঁড়িয়ে আছি শাস্তি পাচ্ছি আপনি কেন শাস্তি পাচ্ছেন so when the whole world was jumping up and down they have to go about Mars তাহলে ভবিষ্যৎ প্রজন্মকে বাঁচাতে পারবে না আমরা everybody was very excited 15th of August India's Independence Day the then Prime Minister declared in the Lok Sabha 2012 India is ready for a mission. Believe me, my friend, every country in the world started laughing. India's technology sending a mission to Mars. What nonsense! Our very friendly neighbor, deep friendship, China. In the 16th of August, the Xinhua News Agency, the press agency of China, the first big heading was Indian scientists are going to prove themselves as jokers and clowns in front of the international community. Very humiliating insult. And 17th of August, another friendly country immediately took that news. West, Pakistan. But the problem is, somehow, we totally underestimated India's power, India's manpower, India's technological advances. You all know the story. 6th of November 2013, sitting at a nose cone of a PSLV-25 rocket on the Speedway International Space Center, Mangalyaan, or the Mars Orbiter mission, was sent into space. Right? Successful. And 9 months later, it went near Mangal. Then what happened? 24th September 2014, 8:02 a.m. Indian Standard Time, India became the first country in the world in its first attempt successfully entered Mangalyaan around an orbit of Mangal. Till today, starting from 1954, 4 countries have desperately tried to do it. Everybody has failed in the first. India. What a tremendous amount of pride. Sorry to say, in West Bengal, nothing. Nobody discussed anything. That day, the discussion was this minister saying that minister is corrupt, or my 6th pay commission whether it will go to 7th, 8th, 9th, or students saying how the shortcut I will find to get ranks and get a job. What is so special about it? We are Bali Jews. We are much better than everybody did. Yes, sir, this is happening today. Right? We are going down, and the whole is going down. We are forgetting each and every aspect to look towards India for to be alive. Food, energy, everything. But when it comes to us, India is not good. Those people is a different thing. Our parents also make us believe. Politicians make us believe much more. But it was a private. I'm not a government employee. Don't think that I'm telling the government I'll get a better increment. No, not that.
Simple jobs also.
So from 2-dimensional photographs, 3-dimensional topography is being created by NASA. Through my own ears, I've heard NASA Christmas director lecture. NASA saying Indian scientists have produced the best camera ever produced in the world in the last 200 years. I think this is not what you see outside. Open the newspaper on the weather outside, walk on, and what is your philosophy? That is not India. That is you powerful people trying to be more powerful, more money, utilizing each one of it in their own way to get their power. And you are doing it, most of us are getting something. Either power or money or position or good life. So, have the proper perspective of the country. I'm so proud to be an Indian, and I'm not so proud, not always very proud to be a Bengali. I was born and brought up in Kolkata. But Bengal is 2 things I don't like. One, whatever you are saying is wrong, whatever I am saying is right. Every bit for it. How easy to do. And You have done something good now. Very good. What I will say? Good. Good. 2 seconds. But always tries to find the hole in the piece. Even Rabindranath Tagore has been not put left aside. Rabindranath Tagore wrote Vishwakumi Mahabodhi. But yes, only Bengali is nobody else. Today, my friend, go to your house, stand in front of your mirror for 2 seconds, close that out, nobody sees you. Look at the thing at the mirror, and tell yourself, what have I done? How many words I have to put to myself to explain myself? We have to think. It is a fundamental right to find faults in you. After Mangaljam's success, for 6 months, at least 30-35 lectures, everywhere, the first thing that was asked, sir, whatever you say, a poor country like India, 484 crore rupees spent in a mission called Mangaljam, 23% population below the poverty level. Was it necessary? 484 crore rupees? Mostly communist people, sorry to say, not every communist, but communist elite people here. And I tell them, excuse me, 2013-14, the total expenditure for Diwali fireworks, Kalipuja fireworks in India was 5,000 crore. That is not this. The total expenditure for this year, Durga Puja in West Bengal, is 26,000 crore rupees. That is not wastage. 484 rupees. How crooked we are? No. Durga Puja, yesterday, come on. Mangaljam, 10 times, 100 times more prestigious than UNESCO heritage. More productive, economically as well. We don't give a damn about it. Coming 10 years, sorry, I'm very hard hitting, don't take it otherwise. I'm not promoting myself. In coming 10 years, so many projects for ISRO. Each one will put ISRO in the topmost position in the world. Not going into the details. Shani, Saturn, fantastic ring system, 380,000 kilometers wide. Only 1 to 100 kilometers in thickness. See the size of the Earth. And it is made up of ice crystals and people. How come ice crystals and people are keeping the shape and size going around Saturn is a big value. Right? And one of my students has did his PhD on this stability. It's something what you learn. You have heard about fractals, right? It's called fraction and dimension analysis. So in fractional dimension, you can equilibrium is provided. That was the faculty at IIT, Kolkata. Whatever. I'll show you a picture, actual picture. Suppose, imagine, in a spacecraft, you go to the Saturn space. Hello, nobody. The spacecraft drops you, comes, goes across. You are standing on the ring system of Saturn, and you suddenly meet an alien. There is no alien. Imagine, right? The alien asks you, come towards you, who are you? What answer you will give? You are alone. You cannot say, I'm a human. What is human being? There is no comparison. So you have to say, sir or ma'am, whatever the alien is, we 800 crore like me called human beings, millions and millions of other forms of life, all plants, animals, rivers, forests, mountains, oceans, everything is actually concentrated in this faint white dot. This is the actual picture of Earth from Saturn. So from this distance, you have to say, you see the dot set. I am a micro dot on that dot, and this is my speciality. Come down to your house. I am so special. Go out to your farm. I'm educated. I'm learned. I'm special. I'm politically connected. I'm special. My bank balance is big. I'm special. I have 2 cars. You have only half a car. I'm special. I go every year on a foreign trip, and if never go to you, I'm special. What nonsense we are creating in our minds. You are just living in a falsehood world. Have you ever thought about it? Remove those things. What? Do actions. Take action. Let the actions give answer of who you are. Not what you say, how I do myself. Your creativity, your action, your effect on the society and people will define who you are, how good you are. Not how you look, not how much your father is rich, not how much your boyfriend or boyfriend is good looking. You should be yourself first. Respect comes from that. And I am very much a fighter for the last 40 years for women, sort of, not freedom, I'll say, but okay, equal rights to women. And I myself tell you, going to international forums, I represented India a couple of times in women's rights foundation things. I said, do women respect themselves all the time? They want respect from others. They want equal opportunity. I will go, I will die to give them equal opportunity. But do themselves that feel like they should have equal opportunities? This job, it is for the boys, right? You do it. Why? And you expect equal opportunity. It is being labeled, it's for sheep power. I know there is what a tremendous amount of wrong going on in India and the world against women. Everything should be stopped. At the same time, it is the women who should think positively to bring their life. You open the television, right? Star Jalsha, what we see? Saas Bahu ka jhagda ho raha. Both are women. What happens then? Then this one to be so cute. तो मेरा घर का बाबू है ना उसको हम जो भी कर सकते हैं बाहर का नहीं हमारा कोई एक ही आदमी लोग थोड़ा ड्रेस पहन के सोशलाइट होके hey you should go out and take a more chow इसको घर में क्या करते हैं that is why I'm not teaching you astronomy my friend I'm just using this as a metaphor and telling you to improve your mind it will help you it will make you feel happy believe there is no shortcut to success. No political leader, either to your father or to you, will make your life happy. They can give you a job, but your life will be very, very sad. Because everybody in your home, Ola, I know how. Very proud of this. 1801, Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi discovered a piece of rock, typically 900 kilometers in diameter, between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, going around the Sun. People thought a new planet has been discovered. But within a couple of years, three more, Pallas, Vesta, and Juno, each around 500 kilometers in diameter, were discovered between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. People called it stereo. Right? Pallas, Vesta, and Juno. People realized a new class of object is getting discovered. And 1801 till today, thousands and thousands and thousands pieces of rock, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1 kilometer in size, have been discovered going around Saturn and Jupiter. They are called asteroids. In Bengali or Hindi, Grahanu. Think of these special people, astrologers. 9 planets and the sun, 10 fingers, 10 angles. Now all these are going around the sun. If you have cappies there, starting from the tip of your hair to the tip of your toe, you have varieties. Like this trees. That tells you what a gigantic amount of cheating, pure cheating goes on in the name of astrology and mambo jumbo. There is nothing right in astrology. I can challenge. It is just some political powers nowadays. And otherwise, some religious powers who want to keep their hold on the power, they use this sort of things. If anybody can prove to me definitely that astrology is correct, I will say, I'm sorry, wrong, I shall. Example, did any astrologer say 3 years back that within coming 2 years, 4.8 crore people will die? Can any astrologer till today give us when will COVID-19 end completely and go away from our? They don't have the They have the power over you because they are excellent character readers, face readers, body language readers. They know your weaknesses are the limitations. I also do it regularly to show I'm not an astrologer. I can tell you a past. And I can tell you things on you what can happen. Maybe you one day I will come and do it just for the fun of it, without any fees. To show astrologers do these horoscope. So many teachers also they are married with horoscope matching. You are all adults, I will tell you. 2020, pandemic was going on. Our organization in Pune did a digital survey. Around 5,700 couples were chosen, mostly in Maharashtra but outside Maharashtra. And they were asked how many of their marriages were made up of horoscope matching. Out of 4,800, 3,700 said horoscope matching. Later on, it was found 75% of those 3,700 couples within 5 years of their marriage were divorced. And you say horoscope matching is right. What nonsense? What nonsense? It is a mental insecurity. One material nature, and one greed. I do not have the capacity, but I have to upgrade this. I have to be as rich as my neighbor with 2 flats, 2 cars. I do not have that capacity. Some shortcut. Like buying a lottery. That also is practical, obviously. Not investing, how do you know what is happening? Outside, in general, doctors are practical to get someone by luck. Here it is by political power. I'm not saying it's a newspaper, I see and I tell you. But life is not that. And let me tell you one thing. These red dots you see, these are called Apple asteroids. What is the speciality of these Apple asteroids? Their orbit intersects the orbit of Earth. That means Earth is going around the sun, they can come and hit the Earth any point of time. The collision will be so large, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, the Earth will drop. Forget about the gravity. The heat will be so much now, fraction of a second cool, everything will just incinerated, evaporated. When can this happen, sir? If you don't believe me, go later. Any point of time. As I'm giving this lecture, it can happen just now. Everything destroyed, you and me. It can happen 10 years later, it can happen 10 lakh years later. That we are alive now, sheer accident. So enjoy your life this morning and be good. This don't wait your goodness. और आज के थोड़ा अच्छा थोड़ा खराब हो जाते कल अच्छा से काम कल देखिए sorry I'll not go because I'm running out of time. Are there 9 planets in the solar system? Starting from 1998, scientists with big telescopes started observing bigger and bigger telescopes in the outer periphery of the solar system, much beyond Pluto, going around the sun. But size is quite big. Funny names set down. Wow, 2004 DW. This became critical when 16th of November 2003, they discovered another object 1,600 crore kilometers away from Sun. Earth is only 15 crores, 1,600 going around the Sun in an orbit once in 557 years. We go around in 1 year and bigger than Pluto. Now what do we call it? We call Pluto a planet. This also called magical planet. 2006, around 37 astronomers sat together in Hague, Netherlands. And I was also there. For 4 days, just short of fighting. What is our planet? What is not our planet? After 4 days, it was deliberate to change the definition of the solar system. From now on, they say there will be only 8 planets. Mars 8, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. A new class of object was nomenclature. They were called dwarf planets. Who became the dwarf planets? Our poor Pluto got kicked out of planethood. This big, largest asteroid, say, and the newly discovered object, which is now officially named as Tease. In 2015, two more has been recognized as dwarf planets. One is called Lumia, and then is called Makemake. It's not named. Makemake is an Indonesian god. 2006, NASA started a slogan, follow liquid water. Liquid water is life. Mars has. Anywhere else? Yes. One of the big moons of Jupiter, Europa. They found the scratch marks. Theoretically said, the surface is 10 to 15 kilometer thick water ice. Inside, there is a huge reservoir of warm liquid water. This water from inside is putting pressure. Cracks are opening. We were seeing this cracks. That this theory was correct is proved beyond doubt when in 2016, a spacecraft was flying over a small moon of Saturn in Enceladus. Hot water coming, pushed across over hot geysers. And they have now estimated the amount of liquid water inside. Do you know how much? 1.2 times the water present on Earth. And you think there is no life? My friend, life is a universal process, not particular to you and me and Earth. Don't feel so powerful. Most of their lives are not friendly. We have not discovered it. Out of this, can I have another 10 minutes?
Yes.
Are you getting bored?
No.
Right. If you are getting bored, I can stop. I don't have it for us. 4 o'clock, I have another lecture. That's all I want with the German university. When I have a faculty there, I cannot go to Germany just now. So, let us go out of the solar system. Actual color pictures. You will say, what nonsense? When I look into the sky, 2 stars in between, totally dark, nothing there. Where from you are getting this photograph? Do you know why we don't get to see this photograph? The problem is with the human eye. Human eye has something called perception of vision. Within 1/10 of a second, whatever amount of light enters for people falls on the retina, the optic lobe, the optic nerve, immediately extends to the back of our head. You all know, right? We see from this part of the brain, optic lobe. Our eyes cannot integrate at night. If our eyes are like this, sesame chip, sesame camera, looking in a particular direction for 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, we will see every curve in the sky. We don't see huge gas stars. Are all the stars like sun? Answer is yes or no. Why yes? Most of the stars are burning hydrogen to helium at the center. Why no? Their initial mass, their surface temperature, and chemical composition is different. In terms of mass, stars can come in the range of 0.08 to 150 times the mass of sun. What is the mass of sun? 2 followed by 30 zeros. In terms of surface temperature, it was a legendary woman 110 years back when Harvard Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory observed the surface temperature of stars range from 50,000 degrees to 1800 degrees. And depending on the surface temperature, she classified the stars. I'll give you the idea of that range. In 7 years of research, she took altogether 6 days of holiday. And we, every first January, this year, 5 Sundays are going because holiday. This is dedication. Don't make a foolery of yourself. I am dedicated. What will say that? Your saying will get nothing. I don't believe anybody saying anything about themselves. Your attention is what you do, not what you, how you present yourself. So, according to her, the hottest surface temperature stars can be called O star, next star is B star, or A star, F star, G star, A star, F star. Sun with a surface temperature of 5,600 degrees centigrade is a very ordinary mundane G-type of star. And these are the spectra. I'm not going to the details of it. Now I will tell you how fun it is to do astronomy and how tough it is to do astronomy. Let me ask one of your ID cards. Right? Your photograph is here. So looking at the photograph, nothing else, you're gone. I have to tell, what is your temperature? Hey, what is your weight? How long ago you were born? What is inside your body? What is the chemistry? Looking at a photograph, I have to tell. And don't forget, looking at the photograph of the star, you have to answer that. As I told you, 50,000 degrees. Have anybody touched the star? Only the signal of light comes from a star. You have to be extremely clever extremely intelligent to do meaningful research in astrophysics. It's not everybody. When I was in Canada, every day at least one or two parents, very bright young parents with a young said he wants to be an astronaut. I said, yes, it's good, come in. I said, come. I'll give you an idea. When I'm talking about the 35 years back. In our country, there are 18 centers institute for excellence, giving astrophysics research PhDs. 1900 students applied for the admission test. For the admission test, the cutoff is 65% in BSc, 65% in MSc. Below that, you don't apply. So you will not be considered. In India, here you see 41%, right? 49% graduate. I am graduate, okay, I will do it. These are fundamental right. How will that? Whatever. Out of 1900, 90 were called to Pune for a written for the interview. Written test, 8 to 12 in the morning. Out of 27 were chosen. First interview after lunch, out of 27, 9 were chosen. Final interview, which was 5:30 to 8:30, out of 9, 2 were chosen. Next year, none found so. Totally autonomous. Even President of India writes a recommendation, they will not do this. The facilities you will get now, I said, in my 4 years of PhD research, I could visit 19 countries to give seminars and lectures without spending a single rupee from my pocket or from government of India. World opens. I like traveling. Till today, I have traveled from 37 countries, most of them for academic purpose. Facilities, I cannot tell you can imagine how much facility. I was talking to your man. Nowadays, younger generation saying, right? No. Mother has said, or my friend has said, here, study sector 5. Somehow. Do a management, do a 1-year course, and then go to sector 5. Life is made. Within 3 years, go to foreign countries, have a good time, have 2 cars, put up the street in your car, right? With the electronic tag, you know what you become back home and etc. Do you know what is the average salary of a software engineer at present in Sector 5? I'm the HR advisor of 3 companies, TCS, Micro, and Wipro. I know. 18,000 rupees per month. And do you know, after passing your BSc and MSc, forget about scientists, if you become an engineer or scientist in one of these institutes, what is the first month's salary at the same age? 84,000. And you think software is our shop. Salvation. Can you show me a very happy, smiling 45 to 50-year-old software engineer? Where are they? Think about their parents' question. My son is doing software after 45 years. They will not be there most of the time. They are gone. That poor fellow is to spend the rest of his life. Science is the ultimate challenge to human intellect. Let me talk about another just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Life and death of stars. Stars are born from interstellar clouds of gas and dust. What do I mean by that? Between 2 stars, when you see in the sky, nothing. There is a huge amount of gas. True color picture taken for your benefit, pleasure. Do you know what is the size of this cloud? 1,000 solar systems will be born out of it. Don't visit the cloud that you see in the atmosphere. Much bigger. Going to see 2.5 million pixels, 25 lakh pixels, each pixel gives an information. After saying, ooh, beautiful, you have to say, this greenish blue now, oxygen 5, oxygen 6. This blue, neutral hydrogen. This yellow, sulfur. This black, iron. This green, zinc or molybdenum. This white, titanium. Check your system. 10 to 12 PhD will come out of single picture. An average, very intelligent young person takes 2 to 3 years to understand one's intent. Astronomy is tough. Don't think that YouTube will let you, oh, beautiful, I will be an astronomer. You have to train yourself. Byju's will not teach you to be an astronomer. Future Foundation or whatever foundation in school, whatever academy will not teach you to be an astronomer. Your class teacher, you have 9 class teacher at home, tuition, because your father is rich, is not helping you to become an astronomer. Who can help? You. Yes. You study, go deeper. Not just for the exam to get some ranks and scores. I'll give you an example. Every year, there is one first boy occurred in every board, CBSE, ICSE, Madhyamik, Uच्च Madhyamik. Next day, you see that newspaper picture, or another very lovingly feeding him or Australia or something. Right? Television channel said, take 10 years. What happened to them? Where are they? How many Rasgullas that was having it today? Marks is not the evaluation of who you are. It's so useless, the marks. Only 3 days back, you heard the utterance of the highest person in this state. That person wanted, everybody should have higher. So he said, okay, here's the order. Increase 20%. 20%. That is the importance. Originally you got 60, now you have got 80. That is what you. And we, no. Why should I say, I'm in my comfort zone, right? Let me have my nice life. No, it is not good. Oh. That is what it is. No politician is destroying us. We are destroying ourselves. By being complacent. When we talk Rabindranath Tagore, one of the main things he said in Bengali, I'm saying, the person who is doing wrong and the person who is saying, okay, both are same predicament. And we are the second. For our comfort zone. Beautiful picture. You know the size? You see the nodules over here, 1, 2, 3. Each nodule inside has a fully formed solar system. Universe is throwing a challenge. If you are born, you have to die. John Mille Monica Hub. Now I was just talking to Ramakrishna Mission Secretary, and I'm very close to it. I'm not a disciple of Ramakrishna Mission, but I'm very close to that council as a person. So, what is one thing in permanent in life? Everything can change. One thing permanent in life is death. You cannot keep it down. Once you are born, everything may happen different for different people. But one thing at the end is the same. So, star is born, it has to die. How will the stars die? Stars die in different ways depending upon the initial masses. Stars with initial masses 1/20 the mass of sun. Take sun. Burning hydrogen to helium at the center. That's why it's star. How much hydrogen? If we do a small calculation, can show after it has enough hydrogen for 500 crore years to burn into hydrogen to helium. After 500 crore years, all the hydrogen gets transferred to helium, carbon nuclear fusion reaction stops, energy generation stops, gravity is there. Our sun becomes smaller. As it is becoming smaller, in the outer periphery, outer layers, on the huge amount of still hydrogen remaining, because it has happened in the center. Because of contraction, the outer layer temperature slowly rises to 1.5 crore, which is enough to burn hydrogen to helium at the surface. Huge amount of energy is produced, gas when it expands, so you will see sun becoming bigger. So after 500 crore years later, if you open the window, you will see sun becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, and they stop. How big it will be? In a small calculation, you can show after 500 crore years later, sun will become bigger and bigger and bigger and touch the orbit of Earth. Much before that, Mercury, Venus, Earth will go inside us. Much before that, everything on Earth will become pure ash because of Venus. That is the economy. So when the sun is becoming bigger, it is called a red giant. And the outside is becoming bigger, the inner core The helium ball, because of gravity becomes small, temperature rises from 1.5 to 10 crore degrees centigrade. At 10 crore degrees centigrade, three hydrogen nuclei fuse and produce a helium nucleus, a carbon nucleus. Again, energy is produced, it stops. But soon, all helium goes to carbon. Since the initial mass is 1 to 8 times the mass of Sun, it is not enough to produce more gravitational pressure to increase the temperature to 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh crore degrees centigrade. As a result, inside becomes very hot ball of carbon, in the sky at the top, it becomes white. It will be called a white dwarf, shade formula. By that time, the outside has become so big, it slowly starts getting detached from the central region, creating a cloud-like structure called planetary nebula. Nebula means cloud. You think I'm talking of science fiction, right? For the last 35 years, these are the topics of my small research. True picture. Our sun will become 1 billion. At the center, the white dwarf. And it was almost 92 when I started doing research on this. Earlier, I did research on what is known as cosmology. We found shocks coming out. By the picture, you see shells coming out. I mean, it was a computer program. That time it was only 4.77. I had to write it. And I had three collaborators who are still with me. One is called Professor Isabel Churchhead from the University of Geneva. Another is Karen Gillespie from J2 Boston, Pasadena, California. So NASA lab. And here, me myself. We have three from the group actually. So I had to write the code. 24,000 line photon program. It took me a year to write. Crunch. I was at the University of Manchester, the faculty at that time. So we had a supercomputer in our department. We could produce 72 molecules inside the compound. Wrote it up, sent it for a publication paper, return back, it can't happen. Simulation is right, but nature is not a simulation. Love. In 1996, I know you are getting very impatient, just 5 minutes. You are liable to be impatient. I'm almost 1 hour, 40 minutes are gone. Right. In 1996, Holland sent a spacecraft called ISO, Infrared Space Observatory. Believe me, first 6 months operation, out of 72 predicted molecules, 68 went. But 3 of us became like sorry to say, hero. But next 6 months, I have to travel to 22 countries to lecture on what is our theory. And it started a new branch called astronomy. And now it is very vibrant. It's called DIG, dust, ice, and gas in astrophysics. Death of star explosives, 8 to 25 the initial mass. Center, hydrogen to helium to carbon, mass is more, pressure is more, carbon to oxygen, silicon, sulfur, neon, hence in iron. Iron is the highest binding energy, current full pressure, but iron is to produce something else. Inside of the star takes the shape of a peels of an onion, reagent, hydrogen, helium, carbon, neon, and then iron. Thermonuclear reaction stop, energy production stop, outdoor pressure stop, gravity is there. With a tremendous force, is rammed onto the iron core. And the poor iron has nowhere to go, it gives a kick required. They try to come up, explode. Called supernova explosion. At the point of explosion, the temperature rises to trillion degrees centigrade, and starting from iron 56 to 94 the periodic table, all the naturally occurring elements get produced in a fraction of a second. Since they are produced in a fraction of a second, they are not produced in huge quantities. And on Earth, they have a name, rare earth elements. Last, all your blood, my blood is red. Why? Iron, right? Ask yourself today in the evening, 1 atom of iron in my blood, 1 atom of calcium in my bone. Where from the combinations and values? The answer is food. Right? I'm a vegetarian, I'm eating the plant. If I'm a non-vegetarian, I'm eating the goat, which is eating the plant. Where did the plant put the ground? Where did the ground go from the mines down? Where did the mines? Because the average temperature of space is minus 240 degrees centigrade. And in the most subscribed theory of our universe, at the beginning of our universe, 1,772 crore years back, there was only hydrogen in helium. My friend, each atom of iron in your blood, each atom of calcium in your bones sodium, potassium, magnesium, whatever your body is made up of. This table is made up of. This wall is made up of. This computer screen is made up of. Atom by atom literally was created millions of years back only inside the star. There is no other mechanism in the universe which will produce it. So, you, me, the monkey, the donkey, the cat, the baby, the chair, we are all stars. Our body is made up of fossils of stars, star dust. And we differentiate each other. You are boy, I am a girl, you are rich, I am poor, you are long, I am short. There is only one life for each one of us to understand this. We cannot have a secondaries. Try to understand that. This is called cosmic consciousness. So you see, dust to dust. Dust, gas, star formation, again becoming dust. Right? So these clouds, they hold the secret of our ultimate quest. So when we see that between two stars, there is nothing, not anything, no, it's not correct. Huge amount of chemistry is continuously changing. Giving rise to in the recent 30, 40 years, another question. What is life? What is life? You are getting excited, right? Which one do you find similarity with yourself? This one or that one? I'm not insulting you. Right, okay. The question is, life in the universe. The big question is, where did we come from? How do life starting from 1957? Huge amount of experiment has been done. Nobody can produce life at all. We produce, yes, but produce. So, the theory is, with this help of this understanding, life came from space. Not aliens. Pre-biotic chemistry of life came from space. With a tremendous collision, it did destruction at the same time, seeded the earth with these molecules, organic molecules of values. So a new branch has started, astrobiology. So I told you in the beginning, astrophysics, astrochemistry, astrobiology, astromathematics, astrostatistics, astrocomputing. The subject for the future. In India, started by Government of India, Central Government, I am a member of the advisory committee. Starting from 1917 to 1920, all the first rankers of BSc and MSc, BTech and MTech in all the 270 universities in India, 42% those first rankers have chosen astrophysics as their future career. Out of all subjects, medical, engineering, everything, 40%. Ultimate challenge. So, my friend, it's the final journey to the final frontier. And I expect at least some of you, maybe one out of this 150 topic will continue this journey and we will take to interest later. Your work, your discoveries, your understanding will give a new meaning to our concept of the universe. That hope, and a very big thank you for keeping quiet, being attentive, and a much bigger thank you to the two students, the young girl, lady, and the boy, who have so painfully stood all these 2 hours to get everything. Thank you very much, my dear.
स्टॉप कर दे।